Welcome back to Stationeers. And about 2 seconds after recording the last episode, my welding torch exploded. Except, I'd normally expect that if I was in sunlight, and, that's been advertised on the forums, and also on Reddit. Except that my welding torch was off, in my tool belt, in the locker. Still blew up. No idea why. It just happened. And apparently this happened to a lot of other people, so I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on and how to fix this. So first of all, let's just grab a few items. We're going to want an active vent first of all. You do get one in your construction pack, but we're going to be using that for the airlock. So I've just made another one. You make it all in this hydraulic pipe bender. I'm sorry for the performance, by the way, guys. This is the game. Unfortunately, it's not my computer. It plays many things quite well with a 1080 NVIDIA card and pretty fast CPU. So we're also going to need one more thing. We're going to need a gas storage and a pipe. I did print one out. Well, manufacture one. And then we're going to need to just fiddle around and just deconstruct this. Let's get the cable coils, and then we want to put a junction back in. Okay, that should be everything we need. Let's just put you all back in my tool belt. So we're going to want to turn this on and set this to outward, meaning that way. So anything that's around here, it's going to push into this gas storage. Now normally this will be used inside an airlock to push air from the airlock part out into a pipe into the inside, i.e. where you want all the pressurized air to go, so the airlock is depressurized. We're going to be doing that later, but for now we can also use it. Let's just grab a canister. You can print that off the hydraulic pipe bender as well. And now we can feed stuff into this, which will get pushed into this canister. So we're going to want my other tool belt and swap that back over. Do I have enough volatiles? I do. So what I'm going to do is take those out, and I'm going to just drop a couple, and then I'm going to drop half. So we're going to want 10 or thereabouts, and I'll just let me just grab you, pop you down there, and I'll pick the rest up and put them back in your belt. Please do this at night, by the way. If you don't know why, these, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, the sun's coming up. Split half. I want 5. 5 will do. I'll put that back in my suit. And can I get to this before everything starts? Where is it all gone? Want all the oxides back. Yeah. So when the sun comes up, they start ablating. There's not ablating, wrong word. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, they disappear into thin vacuum, and you don't want that to actually happen. So you'll notice the volatiles have already gone. If I take this out for a second, you'll see it's got pressure, meaning that it has absorbed something. We're also going to get the oxides, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to get near here, and they should suck in the oxides just fine, as you can hear. Alright, and now if I just go over here, hopefully this has worked. It has worked when I previously did this. Let's get you back out and get the welding tool. Hopefully this won't explode again. Let's grab the canister, which has got even more pressure. We can then pop this back in. And does it turn on? It does turn on. Great. So I'm going to put that back in my tool belt. And I'm going to pack in the locker, I guess. And close the locker. It could still explode. Who knows? The only other way I know of is to put it downstairs, down here. So I guess I should probably build a locker down here as well. That's something to do. But in the meantime, if you need a welding torch done or reinvigorated, if you run out, as long as you have the hydraulic pipe bender and some supplies, some iron mainly, you're able to keep going. So let's get started with our airlock, shall we? Airlocks, well, I'd recommend, you don't really need more than just one set of 4 blocks like this, but I'd out of this tunnel just because I want an extra block outside and inside, up to you entirely. Let's get started. Let's just put you away. Well, the first things you're going to need to do is pick where you're going to put the airlock, and you're going to want to put 4 blocks around it. You can use walls, but you want at least 1 block for your various electronic equipment. You're probably going to put wiring on the floor, and you're going to need space in the ceiling for pipes. And the pipe's going to go to the inside, not the outside. Okay, so we're going to put the airlock doors in, but before we do that, let's put in the active vent, shall we? So we're going to want to have this probably, let's just rotate this around. Something like, it's the power that's the main thing, so let's put it that way. Power is going to be this side. So let's just keep all those in the same place. And let's get the console. Again, this comes with your construction kit. You don't need to do anything more than just place it. Okay. And also in your construction kit, you're going to find one of these. It's, let's just drop it. Airlock control circuit board. Pop it in. Now, at this point, it's easy to just think, oh, that should be it. You need to do one further step. You're going to need to go and get some glass panels. And just like the solar panels, you need to finish off that console with the glass panels. And I think I've got some in the locker over here. Yes, I do. Glass sheets. Sorry, not glass panels. Up down here. And we should be able to finish it off. Yes, there we go. And put those away for now. And that's, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it, you do have 2 sockets in your uniform, so you can use that to carry extra stuff. So now we're going to need to connect all of this up. We're going to need to get the doors. So the doors, again, came in your construction kit. You don't need to make them, although by all means, you can craft more. Let's just see. Don't think it's in there. That's a data disk. We're going to need that data disk, so I may as well pick it up. And it's sort of a debug mode that we're going to need to do the rest of this. And that's just paint. Where are my airlocks? I think I've used all of this. Did I put the airlocks in the locker? I probably did, actually. Probably moved them around. Stackers, transformers, airlocks. There we go. So in my case, I'm going to want to build the exterior door. And let me just try that. I wanted the data and the power on the inside of the door. Okay, and it may look like I've trapped myself inside. Hopefully I can actually crowbar my way out. I believe you can. Yeah, let's force open the airlock. There we go. Now you can put both doors in place, but I'm just going to leave that for now because you need to configure it in the consoles, and in order to do that, it's nice to just have one door built. Or at least connected. So I suppose we can actually put the other one in. Yeah. As long as we don't connect it, it'll be fine. So here we are. We can fix the other one. So let's rotate it around. And come in one. There we go. So it's a pretty small airlock, but it should do just fine. And now I'm going to need to go and get some power and, well, power and pipe work, really. I'm going to do most of that off camera. A couple of things you're going to want to remember is you're going to want power from, you know, the output side of your APC, but you also, if you want to move your computers down, you may, like this computer, you may want to actually get this line down there as well. I'm not going to do it for now. I'm going to leave this computer up here, but if you want to, remember that you should do that. And that's still charging. That looks pretty good. Yeah, we're all doing well. So I need to take a line off this somewhere, doesn't matter where, and bring it down and in. And that seems to be a good point as any, right there. I've taken off the outer covering of these, and to do that, you just bring the wrench up and you can deconstruct. Surprisingly enough, it's not the crowbar. No idea why. It seems quite odd that I can deconstruct a huge, massive metal block with a spanner. Wrench for Americans. So that's fine. So let me go and run that wiring, and then we'll finish the rest of it. Okay, we're all connected. We've got the electricity cable coming through here. I've welded this back up. You may need to take this down not just one step to the cross-member version, but also again to just the box version, the empty box. Get the electricity down here, and then in this case a pipe I've run out this side, through the top of the airlock and down here. Do note that that little kind of the end of that pipe isn't going to vent out. So if I turn this on and there's atmosphere in this airlock, it's not going to go into that room. It's going to go into this pipe and then stay there. It's sealed. So we're going to need another vent over there in a minute. So we need to get things started, and we need one more piece of equipment before we can do that. Oops, I've got my jets on. Let's just turn those off. A piece of equipment is a sensor, and we've already used one for here, daylight sensor. But I think you may get one in the starter pack, but I just can't remember if I've used it for that or not. If not, then I guess we can just go over to electronics printer. Let's see what that says about a sensor. Let's see if we can find it. Hopefully it will be in... Oh, there we go. Construction kit sensors. We're going to need iron, gold and copper. Okay. And we're also going to need to weld the stuff up here. Do be aware though, as I found, if you do take out this to the second level, i.e. back to the first stage of construction, the open box, anything up here will fall through, like all your ingredients. Just a brief, you know, just a brief note. Okay, copper. Where's my iron then? I've got this open, haven't I? That's why. Silver, steel, copper. And what else did it? Was it probably gold, copper, and where's the iron gone? Is it in here? Maybe. Yeah, it is. Just remember to always just shut that again after actually using it. And I'm gonna have to find better places for these wall lights. So construction kit sensors. Can you make one now? Yes, you can. Let's just create one. Doesn't take very long. There we go. Turn it off. Grab the construction kit sensors, and now you get a choice of a few different sensors. If we right click, we don't want the daylight sensor, we want the gas sensor, so we can rotate that around. And there we've got a gas pressure sensor. Okay, I've not connected this door, I have connected this door. You'll see it's red at the moment, that's because I've done a bit of work, but let's just turn this on. Error in config. You're going to get that when you first connect this up. These lights are going to be white when you first connect things up. So, I've got to turn it off. And remember, I asked you to get that data disk. Well, we're going to need it now. Let's turn on the jump jets. Go up a little bit. Insert the data disk into the top. And turn my jump jets back off again. And turn it on. So, it's going to need you to tell it what's what. So, in this case, you'll see it says airlock exterior. That's the door. So, we know which one that is. And... let me just, there we go, we got the sensor, so we can tell it that that's the sensor it can use. It's going to need the active vent, so I guess we can just turn on this vent. Maybe it will, does it already know about the vent? He does already know about the vent, I told it earlier, so make sure you select those, the gas sensor, the vent, and this airlock exterior. There'll only be one exterior, well, there'll only be one airlock showing because we've not connected this up. So as soon as we connect this up, you'll see it's red at the moment. But if we grab some wire, there it goes. Okay, and it's pretty much set up, I think. Let's just turn it off. And let's just grab the data disk back again. There we go. Alright, it's up. So it's now set to the interior. We've got this pipe, again, we'll come back to that in a second, but cycle, it's going to try and pressurize. It can't really pressurize because there is no pressure, so you can press cancel and it'll open the exterior doors. Now if we had pressure in there, then that cycle would actually complete. If we had enough pressure, you need at least 101 kPa, I think, to get it to pressurize, and to turn on the jump jets, turn off the jump jets even. So we need one more thing. We need a passive vent just to complete this. Do I have a passive vent? Power controller, stacker, transformer, fabricator. No. Well, let's go and make a passive vent. I thought I might have made one earlier. Are we in here? Oh, there we are. Passive vent. You usually need iron. So again, we're just going to dump out of here. I almost want to split these stacks at this point, just so I don't have to keep moving these ingredients around. Or, like in Space Engineers, have some kind of shared storage that we can use. But it's fine for now. We've got iron. Build me a passive vent, please. Be very fast. There we go. And then we go and place this. So let's pop that inside. Cycle to exterior? Is this thinking this is the wrong way around? We'll see in a second. Well, we'll see when I pressurize this place. So there we go, push the passive vent in. So now it'll be able to pull whatever's atmosphere is in the airlock and push it into this interior space, which once I finish building, you know, all of these, we should hold pressure just fine. And yeah, it thinks this is the interior door. It isn't. Let's turn that off. The exterior door is the one connected. Let's just disable you as well. So I want to identify this one as the exterior door. Yes? Good. Now, can I place you back here? And then I should be able to select the interior door. Where's the airlock interior? Alright. So now will you work? Let's just take you back again. Let's just grab this data disk. I should have probably put this on the bottom rather than the gas sensor, but it doesn't really matter either way. Let's do that. So the exterior door is open. Cycle to interior. Outside door's closing. It's going to try and pressurize. It can't. Okay. That's fine. Cancel the pressurization. Interior door's open. We're in. When you come back through, cycle to exterior, it should complete all the way through because it's automatically going to be, yeah, there we go, because there's no pressure in here to pull out. So that whole airlock now should be working. And, whoops, jump jets. And you pretty much got a base, or at least the start of a base. Now, if you want to pressurize in here, all you have to do is turn this and then choose 110 kPa output. However, even though, you know, the game is supposed to be sealed, if you like, there's certainly no gaps that I can see anywhere in here. As soon as I turn that on in a test save, it leaks. It goes out that wall, no idea why, and it also goes at the airlock, even though the airlock is completely sealed now. So, I think what I'm going to do is just grab you and then cycle to the exterior. And I'm going to seal up the rest of the exterior anyway, just in case there's any issues with these external blocks. Even though there shouldn't be, it's probably worthwhile, you know, actually doing that anyway. And, yeah, let's just turn you on. And do it to you as well. And I think what I'm going to do in my world, before I actually pressurize this, I'm going to complete the inside, probably, oops, I need to seal one more. I'm going to seal the inside with blocks rather than with just rock. I know you're not supposed to need to, but better belt and braces approach, I guess. But now we've got a home on the inside of the world. And just to be careful so that we don't end up with any more leaks, I'm going to want to, yep, and cancel the pressurization sequence. There we go. I'm going to want to dig down further, I think. Make sure I get nowhere near the actual outside, and hopefully that will help once I've got all this interior chamber dealt with. So that's probably going to be in the next episode. I hope you're going to join me for that. Then we'll probably go on to the fabricator. The fabricator is a one of the construction machines, and it has a bit of a difference in that unlike let's just turn that off. Unlike all of these machines, it's not standalone. It needs a separate computer to actually function, but then lets us build in a lot of the more advanced stuff that we get for later in the game. Hope you enjoyed this episode. feel free to give it a thumbs up if you have.
Power critical.
Yeah, I know the power's critical. And yeah, next episode we'll see where we go from there. I see what we can build. There is a whole bunch of new stuff just added to the game, lots of logic controls and all kinds of things for me to build and hopefully you to enjoy. So until next time, thanks for watching.